go the old school intro for today. We gotta get an actual intro.
I like that.
Someone's
I like that a lot.
Someone's got to go and get clips and make an actual
for real.
intro.
Dude, I don't know why it's not connecting to my fucking AirPods. God damn it. But welcome, boys. Welcome to this week's edition of Burns and Berman. Not this week. Today's edition.
It's episode 5 already.
Episode 5, which is crazy. Well, I mean, we do 3 days a week, so
yeah,
it makes sense.
It does.
But there we go. Now it's on my AirPods. But boys, I talked about on Monday, which we should have done on Monday, but I fumbled the bag on that. So after the travesty that took place at Soldier Field on Sunday, the Chicago Bears. Yes, I do want to start with this.
All right.
The Chicago Bears decide to send out a survey.
So you said they do this all Chicago.
I believe so. I don't know. I'd have to go and look back at my email, but this is the first time I really saw this. Oh, yeah, it's nice, but this is not. All right, Josh. So he's on the sticks right now, and I'm going to answer this. This is regarding the Bears-Packers game on Sunday. How likely are you to recommend attending a Chicago Bears game at Soldier Field to a friend or family member? Put 0.
I have a question, actually. How is the game day experience at Soldier Field? Just in
0.
I'm not even talking about on the field. I'm talking about the actual game day experience. Is it not good?
When you're paying $300 for a parking spot, 0. Next question, please. I don't even know what this is. Oh my God, 0. Just put a fucking 0 on there. How would you rate your satisfaction with the overall experience at Bears versus Green Bay Packers on Sunday? Horrible.
Arrival, departure, entertainment, concessions, game day staff, retail, safety and security, ticketing, Wi-Fi, and parking.
Okay, let's go through this. Ready? Arrival was fine. I had a great time before I got to the stadium. Before I got there, I had a great time. Departure, horrible. Left early. Entertainment, no entertainment value whatsoever. Concessions, it was, I believe, $15 for a beer. It was horrible. Game day staff, I don't care about staff, retail, security. Wi-Fi, their Wi-Fi sucks balls. Parking, horrible. Next question.
Wow. Is there a specific reason for your scores?
Josh, just put in exactly, you guys suck. Just put those words. You guys suck. Next question.
Be okay for
No. Next.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the Bears. We'll say yes to that one.
Oh.
To what extent?
I gotta zoom out here.
Okay, I don't care. Just put in attend every home game.
Let's see.
And watch
so attend every home game. So you attend every home game.
Yeah, I do. I try to at least,
and
or my dad does.
You remain engaged throughout the offseason, yeah.
Yeah, I do. If it's another question like this, then I just wanted to answer a couple of them.
Have you attended a Bears game at Soldier Field?
Yep. Just speed run through these stupid ones. Oh, perfect. Here we go. All right, just put 0 for everything.
Everything?
Besides staff. Staff, I'll put 10 because the staff there, they're pretty nice.
Where's game day staff?
Game day staff, I'll put a 10 on there. But that's it. That's perfect. Good job,
Josh. You like the arrival.
No. That's arriving at the stadium. I liked what's it called? I liked before I got to the stadium because I didn't even tailgate at Soldier Field. I was at Navy Pier, so I wasn't even there. So yeah, keep that at 0. All right, next one.
Do you receive any either?
No, just say no. All right, through it. No, that's stupid.
How prepared do you feel for the game based on information you're looking for and information you provided and found?
I did not feel prepared because I expected the Chicago Bears to win, and we went in there and dropped the fucking ball. Throw a 0 on there.
How excited were you to come to Soldier Field for game day based on communication received ahead of the game?
10. Throw a 10 on there. I was very excited.
What was your primary arrival method? Car?
Do they have boat? I took a boat.
Did you actually?
Yes. Did I not show you that?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Here, ready?
About that.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. It was really cool what we did. All right, let's see.
How early before the game did you arrive?
30
On
to an
Soldier
hour.
Field campus, not necessarily entering the stadium.
Less than 30 minutes to an hour before kick. That's when I got there. I didn't get there pretty late. I was on the boat.
Oh,
All right,
well,
fuck
yeah,
this. I just want to answer a couple questions. This is too much. Dude, why do they send out this massive fucking survey? This thing would actually take like a year to do if you were doing it legitimately. Jesus, but welcome, guys. I just had to. That's the rest of my anger out through that game. I'm done talking about it. I might make more videos on TikTok, but now I'm done talking about last week. Let's move on to this week.
Well,
it is officially.
We have a game to recap.
Well, yeah. Talking about the Bears. I'm done talking about the Bears this week until Sunday. But let's go in there and let's talk about Monday Night Football. Josh, you lead us into this one.
We were live for the fourth quarter. And at that point, we were just hoping for the best, but we didn't. But I'll tell you this. If we're talking about a non-Raven, I don't think I've ever been more upset about an injury ever. I was so sad. I like, that is just brutal. Seriously.
Devastating.
Brutal. Regardless
devastating.
of your opinion on the guy. Like, that just sucks.
You see, my input on this is, as everybody knows, I grew up absolutely fucking hating Aaron Rodgers. I hate that man. But this year, I was so excited to see him play because this was the one year where I could appreciate what he does. Yeah. I could appreciate it. And instead of watching
root against it,
I didn't have to root against him. I didn't have to watch him kick the shit out of my team twice a year. And it hurt. It hurt when I saw him go down. That sucks. That is literally the most New York Jets thing that ever happened in history, though. Yeah, it is. Like, it's literally, it makes too much sense. But talking about Rodgers being out for the season, I think that the Jets, like a lot of fans, they're stressing out, and I completely understand why. But they're going to be okay.
Well, they're no longer a Super Bowl contender.
No, but I mean,
if they're in the
NFC,
they'll be fine. This team's not making the playoffs.
Yeah. I think they might, Josh. I disagree.
Ravens, I'm running through a list of teams in the AFC.
For sure.
There are 7 spots. Ravens, Bengals, Jaguars, Chiefs, Patriots. What? Bills is what I meant to say. Bills, Dolphins, Chargers, Steelers, Browns. That's 9 teams right there. There are 7 spots.
I think they're better than the Steelers. I think they're better than the Browns.
Yeah, I don't think they're the worst team of those teams that I mentioned, but like those are teams that are also competing for 7 spots. They'll be.
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be an in-division dogfight with them and the Dolphins for the 7th seed in the playoffs. And I really think
sleep on Cleveland.
That defensive unit. I know. Cleveland's good. I think they lose Monday night though. But
I have not.
Cleveland's good. But my biggest thing is, man, defense wins championship. And even though I
did say Cincy,
that Cowboys defense looks so good on Sunday Night Football, I think that the New York Jets have the best defensive unit in the NFL. That defensive line is just gross. It's so gross. No, they are. And also the thing is, their run game is so good that I think that they could just win at least. I think they're still going to win at least 9 games.
I think they're going to win in 7, 8, 9 win range for sure.
I think they're going to win at least 9, maybe 10. And I think that if you're them, do you go out and sign a quarterback? No, I think that you stick.
Well, they're going to sign. I think they're going to sign Flacco to be their backup.
Yeah, but you stick with Zach Wilson 100%. As your starter. He's in the system. He's got Aaron Rodgers coaching him on the sideline all year now. But I really think that this team could still make a playoff push and maybe cause some controversy just because their defensive front is unreal. And I didn't realize how good they actually were until I saw them on Monday night. But you know who wasn't good on Monday night? Josh fucking Allen. Horrible.
Terrible.
Horrible game. Dude, the first 2 interceptions, the first one, it was kind of like, because it was 3rd and 8, and he chucked it up. It was basically a punt. Right? But then the next pick, He does. He throws the same exact pass. The same exact pass. And the same thing happened.
Same player.
Same player. You throw it up 40 yards down the field into double coverage. What the hell are you doing?
And
I don't get it.
He has, someone mentioned in the chat when we were doing the fourth quarter and overtime, that he has 3 games a year where he just forgets how to play football. And that's true.
He does.
But you know what? He's still the second best quarterback in the league. I still stand by that take. Because
He's great.
Because the conversation is, who's better, him or Burrow? Guess what? He played just as good as Burrow. Him and Burrow at the same week.
Dude, it's just like, look, besides Monday's an outlier, but looking at Joe Burrow, looking at a player like Patrick Mahomes, you never see them
Ravens
go
fans
out.
are going to say Lamar. And Lamar is great, but Burrow and Allen are on the tier ahead.
But you never see them go into a game like that. Besides Monday for Joe Burrow, you never see them just completely look like a peewee quarterback out there. You don't see that happen. You never do.
The thing is, while I think Allen is better, obviously Burrow is the more consistent, reliable quarterback. He's not a guy that even on Sunday where he had the worst game of his career, correct me if I'm wrong, he didn't turn the ball over.
No, he didn't turn the ball over once.
That's not what he does. Now, the reason why I still think Allen's better is because when I think they're both at their absolute peak, Josh Allen can do things that Joe Burrow just simply can't.
I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. But I just think that there's too much inconsistency with Josh Allen that it might turn into a problem. I'm not necessarily saying this year, but over the next couple years.
In Cincinnati, in the playoffs.
Exactly. No, that was at home.
At home.
Yeah, that was at home. I was so mad that they lost that game.
Oh.
Dude, that was so stupid because I'm off the Bills wagon. The past 2-3 years, I was completely on the Buffalo Bills. I was saying, you're winning the Super Bowl. They're winning the Super Bowl. If it's not this year, it's next year. I'm done. I'm done with them. They'll make the playoffs, and Josh Allen will drop a shitty game in the playoffs. It happens too much, Josh. Too much.
It's the thing is that teams like the Patriots and now the Chiefs make people forget. It is very, very, very difficult to win a Super Bowl.
It is.
Aaron Rodgers is a top 5 quarterback of all time. If not, he is real close to that conversation. This man won 1 Super Bowl. His all-time career playoff stats, believe it or not, he's like top 3 all-time in most postseason categories.
Yeah.
Because he's been in the playoffs and he actually plays well in the playoffs. His team just doesn't win.
No, he can't win. His team, the Buffalo Bills, I don't know what it is. There's so much controversy around them in the playoffs too, like the whole overtime thing. And you know what? So I bet the Bills on Monday. And once it went to overtime, I'm like, dude, Josh Allen, he's starting with the ball in overtime. He's never won a game in overtime before. This is the time. This is the time where you go down, you score a touchdown that first drive. And he goes out there, goes 0-for-3, and it's done. Punt return, house, gone. See you later.
Shout out Xavier Gibson, Hard Knock star.
Yes, sir, dude. That was baller as hell.
Him and Jason Brownlee on Hard Knocks. 2 undrafted rookie receivers making that Jets roster.
Also, please tell me that you saw the video of the Bills punter. I forgot his name, isn't it?
Good punter.
Did you see him try and make the tackle at the end there?
Yes. Listen, I respect the hustle.
No, dude, he literally just put his hands out like this. He didn't even try. The one punter that could just fucking nail somebody. Shout out to Pat McAfee, baby. Yep. Back in the day, he laid a hit stick down.
Did it once.
Matt Bosher, too.
Yeah, McAfee did it multiple times.
McAfee used to fucking lay hit sticks on everyone during punt returns, dude. Yeah. It was electric. But Monday night, God, when Aaron Rodgers ran out of the tunnel with the American flag, I don't think the video
electric.
I don't think that the video did it justice of how loud that place probably was. Oh my God. It would have exploded.
That was Ravens intro type of
that was perfect. That was perfect.
Ravens and Vikings,
and
I
then
think the intro is best, and the Jets were right there.
Ravens and who?
Vikings.
Vikings.
Their
I've
intros were
seen
sick.
it a couple times. I hate that fucking massive horn. I think that's annoying as hell.
I think it's cool. I think it's
I
really
hate
cool.
hearing it during the games. I hate hearing it.
I think it's cool.
I don't know. Who else has like unique intros? The Bears intros,
The Ravens are known for having theirs. Obviously with Ray.
You see, the coolest thing that happened was, I don't even know if you know about this. Do you know about Jim Corneliuson singing the national anthem?
No.
I made a couple videos about this. So it's this guy, right? He's regular national anthem singer, you know. Right. That's what he does. And it started back in the day at a Blackhawks game. And all of a sudden, he was in the middle of singing. I forget exactly why, but everybody just started cheering the whole time while he sung the national anthem. And now it's a tradition. Whenever Jim Corneliuson sings the national anthem, like literally during the whole thing, you don't sing it, you just scream at the top of your fucking lungs. And they only bring him out to Bears games when it's like a big deal game, because he does a bunch of Blackhawks games every year, because that's where it started, obviously. And like when the Bears were in the playoffs, they brought out Jim Corneliuson. When it was Bears Packers Sunday night, week 1. Philly intro. I think I've seen the Philly intro before.
Yeah, Brian Dawkins, he would like crawl out of the tunnel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you should.
His football life, by the way, is amazing.
Really?
Best football life, I think the best episode of A Football Life is Brian Dawkins. That one's
what's one of the most interesting football things I've watched from NFL films? Is this? What? It's so dumb. So it was an hour and 30 minutes long on YouTube, and it just takes you through every team, all the different stadiums that they play.
Oh, the NFL Explained videos. I've watched all of them.
Yeah, dude, the stadium one is so interesting.
All of them.
It is so interesting. But after this, I'm going to send you a link to that Jim Corneliuson singing the national anthem, and you got to watch it. It's crazy. And I think there's some like NBC Sports Chicago, like little documentary about how it started and everything. But it's a huge thing here. Huge deal.
Interesting.
That was cool. Did you have a flyover week 1? Of
course.
That's the best part, dude. I fucking love the flyover.
Especially because I'm in the upper deck. It's crazy.
It's so loud, dude. It's so fucking loud. Also, the one thing that I never showed you.
I just love it when they go, singing our national anthem written here in Baltimore, and the crowd loves that.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Because they wrote the national anthem in Baltimore.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
What's it called? I didn't show you.
Everyone yells "Oh."
Okay.
For the Orioles.
Okay, but before the football season started, I realized something, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hit me this week. I get so stressed out. Like, I should see a fucking therapist during the football season. It's that bad, right? Like, literally, dude, ever since Sunday, the only thing I've been able to think about is that game. That's it. That's the only thing that I've been able to think about. And I know that you're the same exact way as me. So I decided to find.
I also am around the league, and it's that.
Yeah.
But because I'm spoiled, even when we're losing, it's not really because of stress.
Dude, I just get so fucking stressed out, and it kills me. Right. So I decided on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, the 2 off days during the week, because Friday, Saturday, I'll be busy, you know. Saturday, you got college football all day, so I'll be locked in. And I decided to find a new hobby. And I already showed you this, but for the new viewers, this is how far I am right now. This is it.
Nice.
This is how far. Dude, this is the 10th step. There's 104 steps, 3,600 pieces, and every Bears loss, I said on either Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll take a video and I'll show an update on how far it gets. It's gonna get done eventually.
I don't think there were suggestions, but if you talk about if Russ stayed in Seattle, would it be different? Well, obviously be different. But what team would benefit if Denver traded up in the first round? So basically, if the Russell Wilson trade didn't happen, well, I think Russell Wilson would have went somewhere else, whether it's Denver or not. I think his time in Seattle was just up.
Yeah,
I think they were.
No, I agree.
I think both teams are ready to start over. Denver obviously needed their quarterback. And even though it hasn't turned out well, he's still a guy who is, depending on how he finishes his career, can make a very good case to be a Hall of Famer, but it just depends on how his career finishes out. If he returns to form, he probably will make the Hall of Fame. If he plays the way he's been playing the last year and change, then he won't. But for Seattle, they were ready to restart. I think if this didn't happen, they would have been, the youth movement that we're seeing from them right now would have never happened. So it's an interesting thing to think about. But honestly, and I think it's going to sound like a cop-out, I don't think there's a real answer to this for another 3 or 4 years because I want to see how both teams turn out.
Yeah. And I think that a lot of Seahawks fans that they're stressing a lot after week 1. And I think that the answer to that game is they just truly got outcoached. They got outcoached by Sean McVay. Did you see the possession time difference in that game?
Yeah. The second half was crazy.
The Rams had the ball for 40 out of 60 minutes in that game.
The second half was utter dominance.
Yes. And it was just Sean McVay went in there, and Sean McVay is an absolute after last season, people discredit him a lot. He is an absolute mastermind of a head
never
coach.
did, even with the roster. I always talk about the roster. But yeah, Sean McVay is a guy that is incredible. Yeah.
He is a mastermind of a head coach, and he went in there. You give him the full offseason against them. What?
He is still the youngest coach in the NFL. Youngest head coach.
Really?
He is in year 7.
Cubs up 2-0.
He is in year 7 and is still the youngest head coach in the league.
That's nuts. That's nuts. That really is. And I think that there's only a few coaches in this league that are on his level, which I'd have to throw.
I think it's just Andy Reid.
Andy Reid, honestly. I mean, I'm trying to think. I really think that Mike down in Miami.
Michael hates him.
He's got a great mind. Talking about the offensive scheme.
Kyle Shanahan as well. But
Kyle Shanahan's in that conversation. I think that that's like the top of the top. And then obviously there's Mr. Bill Belichick. There's Belichick. He'll always be there. And
Mike Tomlin.
When you give him, oh yeah, for sure. When you give a head coach that much time, that long to think about a team, game plan against a team, it's pretty easy.
Yes, Doug
Peterson
as
for
well,
people
John
like
Harbaugh
them.
As well.
It's pretty easy for them. Yeah. Matt Eberflus in that conversation. No, he's not. He's not there. And I don't know if he will be there. And I don't know, dude, if I really, that's the biggest thing I thought. If Eberflus and the Bears lose on Sunday, he's already on the hot seat. It's that quick.
It's going to be anywhere though until the end of the year if they go in that direction.
No. But I mean, I'm thinking back now, I really don't think that the Bears have fired a coach in the middle of the season. At least in my lifetime, we have never fired a coach in the middle of the season.
Eberflus is not a guy that I'm firing after a year and 2 games. He hasn't.
You might have to. You might have to.
Has he proven that he's flat out?
What they do with John Fox? They kept John Fox till the end of the year.
Has he proven that he's flat out bad at his job?
He hasn't proven it yet.
Or has he proven that he might not be that great?
Oh, I found out a big problem, and this is a big issue. Do you follow the quarterback school by any chance? You know who I'm talking about?
I know exactly. I'm talking about Jordan Palmer, yeah.
He is awesome, first off. He is great.
He's one of those people that I don't watch a lot, and I wish I watched more often.
Yes, he is great. And I'd seen bits and pieces of it, but I went and watched Justin Fields' film myself. And all day during class yesterday. Plus, I'm doing my fucking driving school during class because I got a speeding ticket. So that's another whole ordeal. But I was listening to what he had to say a little bit and watching it myself, and I found the problem, Josh. I found the problem.
What is it?
It's a trust issue between Justin Fields, and it sounds crazy to fucking say it, his wide receivers. It sounds crazy to say it with DJ Moore now. But here's the thing, right? There's so many design routes. Let's say it's a little post. Huh?
It doesn't seem crazy to me at all.
Let's say it's just a curl route, right? Go up about 10 yards, turn around. And almost every single time, Justin Fields is looking at the read. And either DJ or Mooney, they're open. They are open all day. And he doesn't throw it.
Is it a trust issue with his receivers or does he not trust himself? That's my question.
I think it's both. It's just you gotta anticipate your wide receivers to be open. You have to. You have to. And he had
And
no anticipation, no timing either.
what the thing with Fields, and
Yep.
I go back to Fields as someone who, coming out of college, honestly, thinking about this, quarterbacks that I were higher on than Justin Fields since I started actually like doing draft stuff. So that's since 18, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Herbert. Believe it or not, Drew Lock, and that's about it.
Dude, the Drew Lock shout at the end there is incredible.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
It's true.
I haven't heard that name. I don't think I've heard that name in months ever since you said that.
I thought he was a stud. But that's probably it. So I've been a big because of the cannon of an arm that he has shown, that he showed on tape, and the athleticism that we actually have seen more in the NFL than we did in college, but we did see it in college as well. But the thing with him now is I didn't think he would be as raw as he was coming in. And even though I think he's taken steps, this is a guy in year 3.
Yeah, no, this should not. That's literally what I was waiting to say, is that this should not be happening in year 3. And it's one game. You never know, because what if he goes out there this weekend and he just lights it up? Right. You know, you don't know.
We said it when we were talking about teams last week, and I brought up a team that I think is not going to be talked about enough, and it was because of their defense, who obviously he was matched up against, the Green Bay Packers. Their defense is great.
It is.
He's not going to face very many defenses that are as good as the Packers' defense is. It really is.
No, he won't.
Very, very, very good.
And I don't get the scheme. I don't get the scheme that it's that we were running the ball twice every single first and second down. We ran the ball straight up the middle to one of the best rushing defenses in the league.
It's because you guys had one of the best rushing offenses of all time last year, and that's even with a guy like DJ Moore still your strength.
We did, but that's because of JF1,
Herbert, and Dante Foreman, who, by the way, stays under.
But Joshua. We had the best running defense in the NFL running offense in the NFL because of Justin Fields. And how many quarterback design runs were there in that game?
You're the one.
One.
Really?
One.
That's crazy.
Designed quarterback run. That's it.
That needs to be fixed.
I just think it was a coaching shit show, and there just needs to be so much fixed.
It's not only a young team, it's a young staff too over there in Chicago.
It's such a young staff,
and Green Bay is a pretty experienced staff, and yeah, if they got out coached, they got out coached.
They got out coached. I really think that this team has so much more talent than people are giving them, because everybody has written them off now, which I kind of like that at the same time that everybody's written them off. So if somehow they fucking come back, it's beautiful.
So I make weekly power rankings, right? I have made weekly power rankings every week since 2019. And I am one that doesn't like to move teams too far up and down after a week, especially after week 1. There are a couple.
If I text you a picture, could you present it for me?
Yes. There are a couple of teams that I will look at and say, not because of what you did on week 1, just because of just maybe an opinion change, not even necessarily based off of what I saw on the field. It could be from what other teams did, other teams moving up and down. Some teams will move up more than you think they did based off of that week's performance, and you're going to see a couple of that on here.
Yeah. Can you screen share the picture that I sent you, please?
I will do that. Yeah, we'll do that in a second. And then there are teams like the Rams and the Giants.
Guys, stay around. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm going to break it down to you guys.
So here, I'll get rid of this. Okay. These are my official power rankings for the week. I will tell you this. I went back and fact-checked myself on this before saying it on this show, but this is now my 4th year doing power rankings. The first time ever a team has moved up more than 5 spots after week 1 are the Rams, and definitely the first time a team has moved down more than I think it was more than down 7 spots, were the Giants. Moving down 10 spots.
I'm reading through right now. Hold on. San Fran. Okay. San Fran's fine to have it one right now. Philly's fine there. They pulled it out. Dallas at 2. I like it, Joshua. I like that. Jacksonville at 2 as well. That's not bad. Oh, Dallas at 3.
You're looking up 2.
My fault. Yeah, no, I was looking at that. Let me see. Buffalo dropped. Yep, that's deserved. Let's see. Yeah, Cleveland at 9. You're high on Cleveland this year. You really are. And, I mean, they deserved it after week 1.
Michael is high on Cleveland. Michael had them winning the division.
Well, when they have a fantastic defense. And also Civ TV. We'll get into the Vikings when we talk about the game.
Michael had them winning the division. The Browns.
Cleveland. Wow. Yeah. I mean, dude, a lot of people are also looking for that.
Agree. He's on IR right now. Undrafted rookie Keaton Mitchell. When he comes in, will be this team's RB1 by the end of the year. I'm telling you right now. Remember the name Keaton Mitchell. Sorry. Got excited.
Okay. But I like Detroit. I like Detroit at 11. I feel like Detroit could be higher. I'm shocked that you didn't move them higher.
Absolutely could be. I just didn't want to move them. I didn't want to move Cincy too far down.
Yeah. Because if I were you, I would, and that sounds crazy to say, I'd swap them and probably Buffalo because Josh Allen looked like a shitter. That's my honest take.
I don't like to move teams too far up or down after 1 week, especially after week 1.
Yeah. No, I understand where you're coming from there. But then also, I mean, I think that your rankings look fine, though. They look good. That's not bad. Yeah. I hate that we're number 31, but I honestly agree with you. It was that bad. I agree with you.
And honestly, the way the NFL is right now, the Cardinals are 32, and then there's a significant gap. And then I feel like you can really have anyone from 27 to 31 anywhere you want. But yeah, it's interesting.
No, I agree. That whole bottom mesh is just weird right now.
The Rams.
Go
ahead.
It's going to be weird for the next 5 weeks until we figure out who's really good and who's really bad.
Yeah.
You know,
like a team like the Rams, again, I don't like to move teams up and down too much. In fact, I've never moved a team up after week 1 as much as I've moved up the Rams. But and looking at it at 23, you can make based off the way they looked, they could be even higher. But I want to wait a week. I want to see it again before I go like all in. But they proved to me that they are not a bottom feeder, which is what I thought they were.
Yeah, 100%. And it's just all of our rankings week 1 and all the shit that we do week 1. It's all just a bunch of predictions. Mostly, it's
no one really knows anything.
No, nobody knows anything yet. Now, the couple things that I do know, and the one thing that I'm still confident in, and even after week 1, which is my hottest take coming out of week 1, is that the Giants actually do suck that bad, and it's not a fluke game. It's just the Giants are bad. Daniel Jones, all it took was the league is one off season to figure out Daniel Jones and how basic of a quarterback he is. It was the whole team. It's not going to work. It was a fluke year last year, and that wasn't a fluke game on Sunday night, and they are going to be bad this year.
What was weird with me and the Giants is that throughout that entire season, I kept telling people they're not that good. They are not. They are not that good. They're not that good. They're not that good. I felt like at the end of the year, they were a 7 or 8 win team that wound up winning, I think, 10 or 11 games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but what was weird for me was I felt like that they took a 8-win team that they won 11 games with and made it better. So I expected them to do about what they did last year, except actually look good doing it.
And they don't. Nope. They didn't look good doing it. They didn't look good doing it.
And yeah, I've never moved a team down as much as I moved in the Giants. And again, if we're talking about if this was a week 1 performance ranking, they would be number 32, and it wouldn't even be close.
Yeah, easily. I mean, dude, they got the shit beat out of them, 40-0.
They were the only team to get shut out, and they were the only team to allow 40 points.
That's so nuts. That's so crazy to me, dude. And I told him one of my best buddies is a Giants fan. And I've been telling it because he was drinking the Kool-Aid all off season saying, oh my God, this team could win the Super Bowl this year. Right. And I'm telling him the whole time they suck.
I never.
They suck.
That's a
It's
crazy
not
take.
there. Well, no. I mean, that's just Giants fans being Giants fans. You know, that's how it goes.
New York
But
media.
no, it's just no. It's not going to happen. But what's it called? Can you screen share what I just sent you, please?
Yeah,
I
it'll
texted
take
you?
a second. So I have to actually do it because I have to get it on the
Okay.
computer. But yeah,
Guys, this is really important. So I found this stat last night, and I just really wanted to share it on here. I feel like it's very
it's a
important.
stat.
I actually found it Monday night. Yeah, Monday night.
Actually, wait, no, it's going to take longer because I have to convert the file because it's not.
Oh my God, it's a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
But we need this. So
it's not a
instead, I'll talk about.
PNG.
What else could I talk about the NFL so far? What else I want to cover? Oh, this weekend, guys. So many good fucking games on this slate. It is unreal. It is unreal. I made a video about it.
Power rankings. There are. Let me look because I made the kickoff show banners. There are 1, 2, 3. I think 3. There are 3 games this week. 4 games, actually. 4 games this week where on my power rankings, they're actually right next to each other. And that was not done on purpose. 15 and 16 were the Packers and Falcons. We got 29 and 30 with the Colts and Texans.
Yeah. All my games.
4 and 5. You have
I went through my games of the week.
Saints and
my
Panthers
games of the
24 and 25. Sorry.
My games of the week this week, I had the Thursday nighter, Vikings Eagles, then Ravens Bengals, which we talked about on Monday. That's going to be an incredible game.
And that's
then also I don't know how this is a noon game, but Chiefs Jaguars at noon is kind of crazy to me. That's insane that's a noon game.
It's a potential AFC Championship game.
Yeah, and then we have Jets Cowboys. I really think that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a defensive showdown right there. It's going to be fun. And then I really think this game
picked apart.
Yeah, and we'll talk about this a lot more on Friday, but I think this game just looks weird. Miami, New England, in Foxborough. I think it looks weird.
Why is this photo 9.7 megabytes?
I don't know.
It's saying it has 2 minutes to download. That's never.
I don't know. Airdrop it. Do it. Do what you gotta do because it's very important to me. Okay?
Just take a minute.
It is. Also, guys, both of my dogs this morning. If you could remove the power rankings, please, just for real quick. This is important news. Can you make me full screen real quick?
Oh God.
So both of my dogs this morning got pup cups from Starbucks. So that's Charlie. She doesn't know what to think of it, but then she goes to town, right? And then my other dog, Maisie, here's Maisie with hers. Look at this dog, right? So she goes for it, and then she kicks it over, and then she tries to lick the bottom of it, but then she goes to town too. So yeah, that's just an update that I wanted to show them real quick. Can we talk about Claypool? Yes, I will talk about Chase Claypool while this is loading in. Thank God, because news came in from CBS Sports that apparently Matt Eberflus is benching Chase Claypool week 2.
I'm not surprised in the slightest. That to me is not news. To me, I actually would be more surprised if they didn't.
Thank God he's getting benched, dude. He looked like he was fucking sleepwalking on that football field. I'm so mad that he didn't turn out to be good. I'm so mad.
Here you go.
Because I really like him. What?
It's loading in right now. Your
okay.
Picture.
Okay. So I found this stat. It was online, and I just really wanted to show you guys because it's very important to me. So this was my dinner on Monday night before the football game. So what I did is I went to the store and I got some cheap steak bites, and then I just made the whole thing, 2 pounds of steak bites. That would cover me for the whole week. And then the potatoes, I did. I put in it was an all 5 seasoning, right? It was salt, pepper, a bunch of stuff in there. And I put that in the potatoes too. They turned out really good with some mushrooms in it. And then with the steak bites, I took some tortillas, cheese on there, threw some salsa in there. As you can see, some avocado, got some sour cream on there, and it was really good. Thank you, Josh.
All right. This is
dude,
what...
and I sent that picture to him 4 fucking times, and I asked him, "Does this look good?" And he didn't respond 4 times in a row.
Right
4
as
times in a
Rodgers
row.
got hurt.
No, but you didn't respond. We talked about it, and you didn't respond. Oh my god, here we go, guys. This ruins my day. Just fucking play it.
I found this. Send it to Burns. I told him.
Oh, I made a video. About it. Yeah, no. Oh, trust me, Josh. I saw this on Twitter everywhere.
I told him this is not grounds for getting benched. This is grounds for getting
Pause. Go back to that play and just pause it when he's looking at the pile. That's my favorite picture. Right there. Pause. No, you miss it.
I just missed it.
Look at this. Look at this, guys. The entire team. It's all by the huddle. And he's just standing there. Look at that horrible block. Look at that.
And then he's like, what?
Yeah, he doesn't care. Dude, he goes into this offseason talking so much, saying, "Oh, I'm going to be great this year. I'm going to have a comeback year." And it sucks. He sucks. It's embarrassing.
That's grounds for release because that's a lack of effort.
Yes, it's a lack of effort, and it's just embarrassing.
That's not lack of skill, that's lack of effort, and that is grounds to get cut.
And it's even more embarrassing that we got him for a 32nd round pick. I mean, 32nd overall pick. It's just Ryan Poles. I think that I saw a lot of people. Coming after him, saying all this and that throughout the NFL offseason. And I think that Ryan Poles still did an incredible job, but that trade was one of the dumbest things. That trade was the dumbest trade ever.
It was bad in the moment, though.
It was bad in the moment.
A lot more for Roquan, though, too. You got a 2nd and a 5th for Roquan.
Yeah, we definitely could have gotten more. The only issue was that it was his contract year. That was the only issue with trading him.
Where you just wanted to get something for him.
Yeah, no, we want to get something for him before. And I feel like you guys are a great suitor for him. You guys are a great suitor.
That was the thing, and that was what has been said about him over and over and over and over again. Is that he is such a Raven. Like he fits Baltimore perfectly.
The only 2 teams that he fits on is Chicago and Baltimore.
Him and Ray Lewis watched film together this offseason.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? I love. He's my next jersey. I got to get his jersey, number 0.
Dude, literally the only 2 cities that he would make sense in is Chicago and Baltimore.
Well, he would excel anywhere, but do this.
He would excel anywhere, but it makes sense. It just makes too much sense for him to play in either one of those. And I really think Colts did not list Anthony Richardson on their injury report today after the quarterback did not finish Sunday's game due to a bruised knee. He is on track to start Sunday.
I did not think
AR. Is it his number 5 now?
It was 5. AR 5.
Yeah. So it's AR 5.
Doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
No, it doesn't. Wow. That's kind of wild. But you know what? I'm ready for it, and I've been waiting the whole time. Thursday night, my favorite day of the week. My favorite day of the week is Thursday.
We got football tomorrow, Burns.
Yes, it's good. Wow, that was really hype out of you. Also, guys, I thought that you should all know that the Illinois State Redbird football team is 2-0 to start the season, and they have been ranked number 25 in the FCS, not the FBS, because they're not in the real Division I, but they're number 25.
We're an FCS school as well. We're in the FCS as well.
You are? How have you started your season? Good or no?
We suck. We're in the CAA. We're not good. We are really bad. We're a basketball school. We are not a football school.
Are you a basketball school? We're dude, what if we play each other? Really? We actually might be pretty good this year. I can't lie at basketball.
I'm not talking about a player that hasn't played in the NFL in 7 years. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Oh, yeah. How he fucking hit up the Jets saying, hey, if you need a quarterback.
If you haven't played in the NFL in 7 years, that is the end of discussion. Did he get screwed out of being a backup quarterback? I think he did. That's a discussion for another day. Am I going to sign someone that's not played in the NFL in 7 years? Absolutely not. No. Absolutely not. Not even a consideration. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm done hearing about Colin Kaepernick. It's done. But
We got him as a football player. There's no point. None.
yeah, but we got the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles, and this game is going to be so good. If Towson plays Illinois State, call the game. No, if Towson plays Illinois State, and if it's at ISU, Josh is coming to ISU, and me and him are going to the game. And if it's at Towson, we'll call the game. Or no, I'd go to Towson. I feel like that would be a pretty good time.
You can't do that and then be like, no, I'm not going to. But no Kenneth Gainwell, no James Bradbury for Philly.
Yeah. I was looking at both the injury reports. I mean, what's it called? It's all fun and games for Illinois State until they play South Dakota State. Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, it's North Dakota State. No, but North Dakota State isn't that good anymore.
Yeah, anymore.
They're not any good anymore. But back when they had Trey Lance,
is 15-15 all time between these two teams.
And it's going to be 16-15. But which side, Josh?
It's a good.
Which side, Josh? No, but it might not be. What if it goes 15-15-1? You never know.
I hate ties so much. I
know. I don't know how we haven't gotten
excited for the first tie of the NFL season because I'll go on a long rant. But
I don't know how we haven't gotten rid of them. But what do you think?
Urinating tree video, long time ago, the Vikings legacy of failure video about the Eagles. Only a brick wall can stop you. Its name is the Eagles. Because the Eagles have beaten them in the playoffs 4 out of 4 times. But
that's
all time,
nuts.
it's 15-15. But they faced them in the playoffs 4 times, and the Eagles beat them all 4 times.
That's a crazy stat to throw up there. But looking into this more, a lot of people after last week are writing off the Vikings just a little bit because they dropped a shitty game to Tampa Bay, which we all know the Vikings should have won that game. We all know they should have. And then looking over to Philly's side of it, everybody knows that Philly's good, and everybody was saying, oh, it might be a trap game next week against New England, but they went in there and they still got the job done. So looking into this week, it gets a bit tricky on which way to go with this game, at least in my opinion. Who do you have win this game, Josh?
I'll tell you that, first of all, in terms of our pick 'em, because again, obviously we do these. Last week, the fans once again have taken the lead at 9-7. I'm in second, 8-8. Michael 7-9. You are 6-10. Michael has to make his pick until obviously now because we are doing this now and we're actually previewing the game. Me and Michael will make our pick on Thursdays, but obviously I'll give my pick on Wednesdays now. Michael actually said on Coach Day early. I'm giving it now 31-24 Philly. So usually you're not going to get a pick from Michael on Thursday night game, but he's given his. He's going Philly 31-24. And I like around that score line. I think it's going to be really close. But here's the thing. This Vikings defense is terrible. It's terrible. It is going to be among the worst defenses in the NFL. I expect the Vikings to play well offensively, but the Eagles' defense is good enough where as long as Philly has a pulse on offense, they're going to be just fine against Minnesota. So I'm leaning the Eagles. I'm probably going to pick them. I'm not going to necessarily say 100% because I'll tell you in a second. I'm still like going over to my head, but right now as I'm talking it out, I'm thinking Philly. But then my question is, do I think Minnesota's going to start 0-2? I don't know, but
right
on your schedule, they lost. I'm going to go with Philly. I'm going to pick the Eagles.
Joshua.
31-20. You know what? I'll go with Michael. 31-24 Eagles. I like that score.
I'm going to ride with you two.
Okay.
It's just I'm going the opposite way because Minnesota is not starting off 0-2. Minnesota, there's no way in hell that this Vikings team starts off 0-2. And look, I hear all this primetime Kirk every year, and I've seen him kick some ass on primetime before. And that's what Kirk Cousins is going to do. And give me the Minnesota Vikings to win this game. It's going to be an absolute shootout. Give me it 38-35. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be 38-35. Minnesota Vikings win because my PayPal is always open, brother. It's always open. If anybody wants to drop anything in the PayPal, it's always open. What is my actual PayPal username? Hold on. I'm looking right now. At ConnorBirds3, just like on TikTok. But the lay has been placed officially, and I'll announce it on here first for tomorrow night.
Aiming for his 6th straight Thursday night football game with a sack. Danielle Hunter.
And he might get 40 of them tomorrow night. No, I'm kidding. But here's the lay, fellas. We got the Vikings +6. Then we got the over at 48 points. And I like that because me, you, and Michael, all of our scores go over. Every single one. Because we all know this is a shootout all day. It's a shootout all day. There hasn't been one in a primetime fucking game yet. There hasn't been a primetime over yet. There wasn't a single one week 1. There will be one week 2, and it will be this one. Because the under always hits in these primetime games. But this one, this is the first over. This is the first primetime over of the year. So I got the Vikings +6, over 48 points in the game, and Kirk Cousins to throw over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Because Kirk, you like that? I do like that. I like him a lot this week, Joshua.
I mean, over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
Who else calls you Joshua? I feel like I'm like the only person who does.
You do it probably the most consistently.
Do your parents call you Joshua or Josh?
No, Josh. But
so who does anybody else call you Joshua, or is it just me?
Not as much as you do, no.
I say it, dude. Every single time I talk to you, I call you Joshua. Whenever I get serious with you, I always do.
I know.
So I'm very serious about this pick. I love the Minnesota Vikings tomorrow night. I want to go 2 for 2 on Thursday nights. Last week, I absolutely smacked with the Detroit Lions. No, I got the game wrong. But guess what I did right before the game? I completely fucking switched it. No, but I had the Lions covering last week. And they did, obviously. But I bet on the Lions to win last second. Because I'm like, I got a weird feeling about it. And my weird feeling was right. I should have stuck with my fucking gut. And in my picks, I should have picked them. But I really like Minnesota to win outright.
No, outright. Yeah. You know what? I'm going with God. I'm switching my pick.
You're going with Minnesota with me?
Because you know what it is? I have a weird feeling about the Vikings.
Attaboy, Joshua. Come on, kid. That's what I like to see. Wow. That's a double upset right there.
It just, there's something about it.
There's something about it.
I don't see, Philly's down a couple players.
I like it.
How much havoc is Jalen Carter going to wreck, though? I mean, how about Jalen Carter in his first career game tying with Arden Key of the Titans for the most pressure of any player in week 1?
Kirk Cousins could take a hit. He'll be okay.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be okay. Kirk, we saw it in quarterback. He could take a hit.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be okay. And he's going to be on that plane home tomorrow night. He's going to be on that plane home tomorrow night wearing 40 chains, and we're going to get that Kirk Cousins back tomorrow night, and it's going to be electric.
Did you see who's on it this year? The 2 confirmed names?
Who?
Burrow and Stafford.
Stafford's good. So is Joe Burrow.
Stafford was confirmed today.
It's just a lot of people are saying no. But also Stafford's kind of nice because
Lamar saying no was like the most unsurprising thing ever. That man likes his privacy.
But also Stafford saying yes, that is so easy for him because that's a retirement paycheck right there.
Mm-hmm.
That is a retirement paycheck. And Burrow doesn't need any money. I think he's just doing it for fun.
Yeah, why not?
He's like, you know what, that'll be No, he does. And you know what's the funniest thing ever? So the other week, and I feel like this is a decent thing to wrap up on. So last week, my sister texted in our family group chat, me, my dad, my mom, my sister. And She goes, "Can I please get
Burrow
a
has
Joe
not been
Burrow?"
confirmed.
Oh, he's not. I just heard that
It's
it was
not been
him.
confirmed.
Oh, but she goes, "Can I please get a Joe Burrow jersey?" She fucking loves Joe Burrow just like every woman in America does, right?
Yeah.
And literally the second that text was sent, I opened my phone and me and my dad just both go, "Hell no. That is not flying in this house." Because I don't know how you are on this.
I'm with you.
I will never buy another jersey that is not a Chicago Bears jersey. The
Absolutely
only
not.
exception to that rule is my Mitchell Trubisky Bills jersey because I absolutely love Mitch. That's the only. I mean, he was a fucking backup quarterback.
I
so it
wouldn't
is
do
what it
that
is.
either. I wouldn't
I
even do
would.
that.
I love him that much, and I like Buffalo, and I do.
Like, I would
I'm
not
a,
have gotten a Lamar jersey on a different team.
no, but it was completely different with Mitch, dude. He was going for a fucking backup job. It's not like he was, it's not like he was their
A
starter
Joe
or
Flacco
anything.
Jets jersey.
Joe Flacco Jets jersey would go pretty hard. I can't lie. That's a dope jersey right there. But my dad just starts going off on her. It was the funniest thing ever because he's sitting there going, What team do we have season tickets for? Remind me again. That's what he just kept telling her. No, that's never allowed.
Damn
And
right.
I think that the only way that it's an exception is if you're collecting a jersey from every single team in the league. I think that's fine. If you're getting like a collection of every single team in the league, like I want to get some weird jerseys.
My friend Noah has an Eagles DeMarco Murray jersey.
That's fire.
When he
That's
signed the
fire. I want to get a Bears Nathan Peterman jersey so bad. He's on the practice squad now, but dude, a Nathan Peterman jersey would be so baller to wear around. Because that's what I always try and do sometimes is just find jerseys that nobody else has and wear them. It's not like nobody else has them because they're so
My
good.
most
but
obscure
just this
jersey
guy.
was Alex Collins.
What was mine?
I loved him, man.
My Khalil Herbert jersey. Not a lot of people have a Khalil Herbert jersey. My parents got me that one. Shout out to them. Lonzo Ball Bulls jersey. Some people got him, but now he hasn't stepped on the court in 2 years.
Always
So
will be a Ball family fan.
Me too.
I
They're
was
good people.
always a fan of them.
LeVar's funny as hell, and they're good. They're actually legitimate good people there. They are.
Ray Rice has been welcome back to Baltimore, though, man.
Yeah.
He's
Ray Rice.
games.
Yeah.
What's so wild about that story with him was that they were engaged at the time.
Yeah.
They've since gotten married and have 2 kids together, and things go great. Are great.
Yeah, it's just they have to take the stairs.
Yeah, it's true. Michael met him outside of an elevator. 100% true. But no, Ray Rice has been like.
Oh,
so
that's
many
so
people
nice.
have met him. So many people in this city have met him. And everyone knows the same thing. Nicest guy in the world, which is what everyone said about him before the incident, too. Where it's like, it's such an unforgivable thing to do. But it really
fuck Deshaun Watson.
So
Fuck Deshaun Watson.
That's a different thing, though, because that's a repeat thing.
Yeah, but still. Okay.
No, of course not. I'm not. No way. And yeah, it's
okay. Josh, you're walking on thin ice right now. Yeah, you better watch what you say. You're walking on thin ice right now.
I'll give how I'm wording this.
This is the wildest conversation on this show, guys.
In no way is what he did forget. It's not.
Dude, you literally just went out here and just goes, yeah, Ray Rice only did it once, though. So it's not like the end of the.
No, I was comparing him to Watson. I'm comparing him to Watson. No, that's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's insane. Okay, guys. We really need to get a fucking guest on these Wednesday shows because this has just gotten out of hand. This is getting crazy. Josh.
It's not at all how that was supposed to be.
Thank you guys so much for listening or watching the Wednesday show. That is just a wild ending. We'll be back on here Friday at 2:30 Central Time, 3:30 Eastern Time, and we will be talking about the NFL slate on Sunday, recapping Thursday Night Football. Let's go Vikes tomorrow night. Go and get a win. Josh, any last words from you?
Go Ravens. Go Ravens.
See you guys.